Hey folks, Todd here with Great Escape Farms. Today we are going to harvest some garlic, and some of these are they're overly ready, so these should have been harvested, some of them a week or so ago. This is about the way I want it, where the leaves are about halfway up. They're brown, and the rest of the way they're green. So that's about the way I want it, and we are going to harvest these, and then we're going to cure them. So to harvest, we just use some kind of a fork like this one right here, trying not to hit the bulb itself, and dig it up, and we're going to put it in a container. And each one of these is labeled because I have 8 different types here, so I'm going to go ahead and keep them separate. So as I get these up and get a whole section done, then I'm going to unscrew the label on here, and the label will move with the bulbs to the curing area. So let me go ahead and get started, and we'll show you how to cure it here in a moment. Actually, one of the things you want to do is when you go in, don't go too close to the bulb itself. You want to actually be back a little bit. You're trying to loosen the soil. You don't want to damage the bulb itself. So let's see, guessing where the camera is, we will jump in the middle here. We're going to just push the mulch aside. We're going to go down and loosen the soil. And once the soil is loosened, then we can grab the bulb. And you can see we have a bulb here. Now this is elephant garlic, which is a little different than the other garlic. So I'll show you some of the other garlic here in just a moment. Let me get all the elephant garlic up. I'll do this in fast motion so things go a little quicker here for us. Okay, one thing I want to point out is if you pull too much, you risk the garlic bulb itself coming apart like this one did. I was able to recover the clove, but this will not be able to cure and last as long as the other ones because the bulb is broken. So the way I labeled mine is I just had these little aluminum tags, and I put elephant garlic on here. It's etched in, so I don't have to worry about sun fading it or anything. It's screwed into the wood in the raised bed here. So this will go over to the curing area, and I will save this for the fall, and I will reuse this tag in the fall and continue to reuse it until it's no longer usable with enough digging and stuff, me stepping on it and stuff like that. It probably will get damaged to the point it can't be used, but for right now it's doing great. And there's our harvest of elephant garlic. Okay, and what I'm doing right here, you'll see there's a big clump of dirt on this, and what I'm doing is I'm just squeezing it and getting the dirt off the bulb, the main dirt. I'm not that worried about wiping it completely clean. We'll deal with that later. And you want to leave the roots intact and leave everything else intact until the curing process is done. Okay, and this is our harvest right here. I believe this was chestnut. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more varieties to do. I guess I didn't have as many as I thought. So let me go ahead and do those, and we'll go ahead and see how to cure these things. Okay, we have some examples here for you. So the one right here is perfectly ripe. So there's still skin going all the way around. You see bulges there, but it's not broken. You can see the stalk is green halfway up. This one, you can see the stalk is all the way brown, and the individual bulbs started breaking away. So when I cure this, it will not last as long as others. I might get a couple of months out of this, whereas this one I could get a year out of, up to a year, as long as I cure it properly. So that one is good to go. And then I have excessively overgrown, which would be these right here. These are actually starting to rot in the center, so I may have to separate some of these out. So the stalk coming up was completely brown and laid over, and in some cases just gone. So that is way too done. So what I apparently had was a number of different varieties that ripened at different times, and I waited until the last second and harvested everything at once. And given my schedule, that's what I had to do. So I'm going to pick and choose out of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different types here. I'm going to pick and choose which one I like the best, which one had the overall best bulbs, which ones taste better. So this one is we call elephant garlic, and they say it's not a true garlic. It's like in the leek family, I think. So we'll have to taste that, see how that is, because definitely had some big bulbs. And next up is this one, and here's his tag. He is Silver Skin, and it has some very nice large bulbs. So definitely interested in keeping a few of those. And then I had quite a few of this, although not quite as big. This one is Chestnut. So anyhow, I'll figure out that after I cure these things. So what I'm doing to cure it is I put it in a warm, dry place out of direct sunlight. So from right here, you can see my sunrise is right there. I get maybe 15, 20 minutes of sun, and that's it. Other than that, I am in the shade for the rest of the day. You can see there's my shadow, and it's just going to move on out of here. So this gets almost complete shade throughout the day. So I will let these dry out completely. So every bit of green is gone, and the roots are all dried up and shriveled up. And that should take anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks, and it will look a lot more like this, although these still need to, the roots and all need to shrivel up on this. So I'll actually give you an update when these things are done curing. I want to get this video out now, but once these things are done curing, I'll give you an update video on storage and what to do, cleaning the roots off and stuff like that. So we're not wanting to clean any dirt off or anything. We're not wanting to wash or water them. Just let them sit here in a single layer. You don't want them all bunched up on one another. So you can see this is a single layer here. I do have stalks on top of these, but there's air in between, so air can flow. It's on a mesh, and same there. So everything allows air to flow, so these can cure. So look for an update in about a month or so on the garlic, and going ahead and storing these for longer term storage.